The Nigerian Education Loan Fund has announced the official opening of its online student loan application portal for the 2025-2026 academic session, allowing eligible students to apply for financial assistance to support their education. According to NELFund, the application window will run from Thursday, October 23rd to Saturday, January 31st, 2026. The fund appreciates the cooperation of tertiary institutions across the country and urges them to continue collaborating to ensure a smooth and inclusive loan process for qualified students. NELFund directed accredited tertiary institutions to update and upload verified records of returning and newly admitted students on NELFund's Student Verification Portal. The agency adds that fresh students may apply using either the admission number or JAMB registration number in place of a matriculation number, while institutions are encouraged to show flexibility with registration and fee deadlines for students awaiting loan disbursement. The inaugural edition of the Basic Education Torchbearers Award, an initiative spotlighting unsung heroes whose sacrifice and vision laid the foundation for Nigeria's education journey, has been held in Lagos. Correspondent Bose Oshinubi tells us more.
It's the maiden edition of the Basic Education Torchbearers Awards, a national initiative to celebrate heroes in Nigeria's basic education sector, with a focus on unsung individuals and institutions whose sacrifices, vision and leadership laid the foundation for Nigeria's learning journey.
Government must lead in the intentionality of ensuring that the education system in Nigeria actually gives the child in Nigeria hope. And that is why we started with the Hope Nigeria Talks. We want the Nigeria child not to have despair. There's a lot of despair in the land. People are tired. People have given up. We don't want the Nigerian child to give up. We want the Nigerian child to believe that they can. But we also want all the stakeholders to come together to support the future of this Nigerian child, which is all of our future.
Professor of Education and former Nigerian ambassador to UNESCO, Michael Omolewa, in his keynote address titled "Education is True Independence, Honoring the Past to Build the Present and the Future," highlights the need to evolve as well as more investments in the sector.
What is needed is just for government to increase its allocation to education so that it will take care of all these dilapidated buildings and so on. People will now learn in a conducive environment, and you get the very best out of these students who will then contribute to national development at a higher level.
There are lots out there that were not so lucky. How do we bring them in? How do we retain them? And how do we sustain their being? How do we even lift their parents out of poverty so that they can help them out? Those are the things, and that's why NGOs like this will be of tremendous help.
This debate by students about Nigeria's education raises pertinent questions about the future of education in Nigeria.
No child should be bound by the shade of first union, but she should be bound by the joy of discovery, learning and freedom to every young girl out there.
One of those who was acknowledged for their illustrious contribution to the education sector is Josiah Ogunyemi, who was honored for his selfless service in adult education. Anu Adio Moses is his granddaughter.
Daddy earned it. He was a selfless, diligent man of great educational distinction, a self-made man, and he worked all his life in the interest of education in Nigeria, especially adult education.
The Institutional Builder Award was given to civil society, faith-based and mission groups, while students as well as outstanding performance in national examinations were also honored.